All this stuff. And welcome to the Bullet Hole Podcast. I'm Lyle Goodell, the media manager here for the Bullet Hole. And we're always brought to you by Custom Built Firearms Manufacturing, based right here at the Bullet Hole. And we have a whole line of ARs, beginning with AR-9s, going all the way up to AR-10s. AR-15s are in between. That doesn't make any sense numerically, but Glock kind of does the same thing to us. But whether you're at home, at the range, or in the field, it's custom built for life. So today what a privilege. We are privileged to have almost in person the entire Hodgdon family of guys. And on the phone, we have joining us Bob and JB. Hodgdon. So we are going to talk about the history of Hodgdon and the Bullet Hole because they are connected, very, very intimately connected. We'll go around the table here, kind of introduce everybody. First, if you're watching or listening, we got our owner, current owner, is Jim Anderson.
Hey, how are you?
And then over here to my right, everybody looking at it, be their left, is Chris Hodgdon.
Hello.
And then Joel,
hey,
is
good
Chris's
morning.
son. So, and then on the phone, we have Bob and JB. So, through the miracle of technology, you guys can say hello.
Hello there.
All right.
How are you today?
Very, very good.
Hi, guys. Good to be able to have a chat with you.
Yes, absolutely. So, I see the book here. I know Jim's got a copy of that too. But just to start out, who is the one who started the whole thing?
Well, I guess I would credit my grandfather. He was quite a pioneer in many different ways. He was an entrepreneur. He was one of the smartest guys I've ever known in my life. He did a lot of good work behind the scenes. Of course, that built our company, obviously, but he did a lot of things behind the scenes that really made reloading into what it is today. He did a lot of things that helped with changing the laws, national laws, to be able to ship powder more easily. He of course, was very familiar with reloading and shooting, and he did that prior to getting into the business. He did it as a hobby, really. And really, the story for him was sometime after World War I, he read an article where the government was dumping millions of pounds of surplus powder in the ocean. And he thought after World War II, he served in the Navy. After World War II, he thought, you know what, that might be a opportunity to buy surplus powder and resell it. And he'd been doing it for years, reloading for his friends as a hobby. And he thought, well, you know what, this might just be a business to get into.
And what year did he officially start Hodgdon Powder?
So he originally got into the business about 1947 after he got out of the Navy, and he took out a loan against his life insurance policy because back then, as you can imagine, going around to banks trying to get a loan. Was nearly impossible because they say, well, doesn't gunpowder burn up?
Especially in your business.
Yeah. So he did that, and he got this loan, and he went out and made a bid. If Dad and Uncle JB would correct me, I think it was 50,000 pounds of 48.95 surplus. If that's correct, is that correct?
I think it was 40,000.
40,000?
One truckload.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one truckload.
Do you remember how much he paid for that?
But I think it's 4 cents a pound.
4 cents a pound.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Wow.
And do you remember what he resold it for?
It depended on whether you were buying a keg, a 150-pound keg, or a 100-pound keg, a 50-pound keg, a 20-pound keg, or just a pound at a time.
Right.
Anywhere from I think he sold a 150-pound keg for around 15 to 20 cents a pound, and then it went on up to a pound was by the 1 pound was about 50 cents.
Wow.
Prices have gone up a little bit.
Yeah, just
Cents,
Just a bit, yeah.
Just a tad.
Yeah, I got my last bill.
That's amazing. It really is. I mean, to see a company go. And then, so Bob and JB, you guys, I mean, as kids, this was kind of this is what you've known on pretty much all your adult life, of course. And
That's about all we've ever known.
Yeah.
That's true.
We were the
amazing.
second. We were the
Amazing.
second and third employees after Mom.
Okay.
What age were you when you started helping Dad?
I was
9.
11 and Bob was 9.
Yeah, 9 and 11.
Wow. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Lifting and scooting around 200-pound kegs.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, my grandmother too it was a very small business, obviously, and she kept the books.
Yeah.
She took the phone calls.
Yeah.
She swept the floors. She took the complaints. It really was a family business.
Yeah.
And where,
Took off.
I mean, where exactly? It wasn't this building in particular, was it? It started out first
No.
where at
The house,
Okay.
the house was up by the street, and it had a
Shawnee
basement.
Mission Parkway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what's now Shawnee Mission Parkway.
Wow.
And we had the old chicken house that we turned into a screening house. We screened the powder because a lot of it was pulled down, had some different things in it. Sometimes they'd mix the powder. So Dad came up with a screen system. It was called a row-ball screen that they used in the agriculture business. Seeds, that kind of thing, where they'd separate out the seeds and chaff. Different size of, like, it had rocks in it or whatever. So it would have different sizes of screens, and we used the chicken house to screen the powder and make sure that it was not contaminated with different burning rates.
You imagine the ATF thinking about that today?
Oh, yeah.
And
They would
OSHA
not
and
have
everybody
been very
else.
Yeah. Child
They'd
labor
be
laws.
losing their minds.
Yeah.
You know?
So is it the original one that's next door to the old office building?
Yeah, it was right on near the street.
Okay,
Right.
so
Yeah.
it got torn down.
Right.
Okay.
They moved it.
Dad,
Well, actually, Dad sold the house,
Mm-hmm.
and they moved it down to where now the IKEA is, and they had a housing.
Right. They moved the house
Set up.
from here to there.
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Wow.
Then, of course, it got destroyed when they went bankrupt down there and cleared everything out for the IKEA store.
That is amazing. So then, skip a few years forward. When did everything kind of move here to Robinson Street?
Well, this was Robinson Street. The street wasn't in.
Okay.
The folks,
Gotcha.
Dad bought the 2.5 acres that's still there
Right.
in
Wow.
1940, and that's where the whole thing started. And then as we grew, we built the office building, which now I'm not sure what it is.
Where we're
That's
sitting.
actually
Yeah.
where
Where
we're
we're
sitting.
sitting.
Yeah. We are literally sitting in it right now.
You built that in the 60s, Uncle JB?
No, yes, but where you're sitting was never originally the office building. That's where we did our powder packaging.
Okay.
The truck, where the I think we're still we had we had a reception area on the south side of the building, and that's where the truck would go in and out, and we'd package the powder where the offices are now, and
Okay.
put it on the truck and take the truck down to the Fairway Express down in Miriam, where we would put all the packages and ship by Railway Express.
Wow, that is incredible to think. I mean, yeah, the changes that have gone on. So, and when did your dad pass away then?
1997,
Okay,
July of 1997. Let me digress here just a second.
sure.
we would package the powder. Bob and I would package the powder in the basement, and we had to make the wooden boxes depending on how many pounds we ship in a box, how many pounds were ordered, and then we'd load that in the trunk of our 1940 Ford and take it down on our way to school. Before we were old enough to drive, Dad would drive us to school with all the packages. We'd stop at the Railway Express station down in Marion and drop off all the packages going out, and then he'd take us to school, and then normally we would either walk home or very rarely we took a bus. I can't even remember that. We had bicycles sometimes, and then come back home and start packaging powder and filling orders.
That's crazy. That's
Wow.
awesome.
And this is all
Would you
mail,
like-
mail order, by the way.
Right.
That's
Yes,
incredible.
that's correct.
Yeah.
mail and phone order.
Mm-hmm.
Mail and
What
phone,
was the
yeah.
magazine they put that
Yeah,
first
that
ad
was
in?
that would be interesting to know.
There was a magazine,
American Rifleman.
American Rifleman.
American Rifleman from the okay.
1948.
Wow.
January 1948 was
Yeah.
our first ad.
He borrowed $1,500, and what month was it? In November, I believe, of
47.
47, and
Yeah.
he paid $400 against it in January, and he paid it off in February.
Mm-hmm.
To buy that surplus powder to
Mhm. Right.
start the business. Okay.
Right.
He didn't like debt.
Yeah.